Welcome back. Eric Dickerson, Greg Jennings here. The fun guys. Let's return to the National Football League, where Jimmy Garoppolo just got a record-breaking deal from the Niners. But another one could be coming when Kirk Cousins enters free agency next month. Cousins will have some options, including teams with a lot of cash, like Cleveland and the Jets, and others who may be closer to winning, like Denver and Arizona. Whitlock, should Kirk Cousins chase the money or the wins?
Got to chase the wins if I'm Kirk Cousins. You're going to get paid $23, $24 million a year. You've just made close to $50 million, I think, the last 2 years. He needs to make a decision about winning. The knock on Kirk Cousins is he a guy that's the difference between winning and losing? Can he do what Jimmy Garoppolo just did? Elevate a team, put them on a team that you thought nothing of and make them win 5 straight. Kirk Cousins hasn't won 5 straight games since his junior year in college. And so I think he needs to make a football decision based on wins and leave money on the table. Pay no attention to what Jimmy Garoppolo just got paid.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks that have won a big game, like Trent Dilfer, Phil Simms, and they weren't always the richest. But think about guys who made a ton, Brock Osweiler, who didn't win. They're a joke. Like, what you don't want to be in pro sports is wildly paid and unsuccessful. Like, you can live with it. It feels great in your bank account. But wouldn't you rather have a little less and have won games? Like, what I just think in sports, what you don't want to be is Brock Osweiler. Like, you mention his name, people wince. They're like,
get a better example because I don't think he's going to be Brock
nowhere
Osweiler.
close. Nowhere. I get your point. I totally get your point. But number one, I'll say this, and then I'll answer the question. If he chases money, he wins. if he goes after winning, he wins. He wins either way in this situation because, to your point, he's going to get paid regardless. But I think for Kirk Cousins, he has to find a situation that will allow him to blossom into who the Washington Redskins never thought he could blossom into and who we still question if he can blossom into. So for me, he has all the tools to get it done. You're going to get paid. Go somewhere where it fits what you're doing. The pieces are close to being there or there and have success. The reason why Jimmy Garoppolo got what he has, the main piece is intact. Kyle Shanahan.
I agree. When he lost Sean McVay, he lost a lot. I mean, I've said this on your show. I just never have been that name Cousins. I mean, there's nothing about just like I like a tough name, Montana. Brady, just the name.
You don't bother.
I just name a couple Hall of Famers.
I can name a few. Elway. Staubach, Young. I mean,
get out of here.
I'm like tough. I'm like Cousins. I'm like, you know what? He's good, but he's not great. I'm with you. He's never won a lot of games. He hasn't won in a row. And you got to be consistent in the National Football League. If he goes to Cleveland, he loses. He may get the money, but his career may be over. I think the best spot for him would be Denver.
Yeah, this comment's going to be misconstrued a little bit, but you saying Brock Osweiler. If I'm Kirk Cousins, I don't want to be Phillip Rivers. I really don't. Phillip Rivers has put up a bunch of numbers, but they're meaningless. And he's been paid a lot of money. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be, and I like this guy personally. He played at Indiana University, but I don't want to be Trent Green. And again, that seems to be the trajectory that he's on. Guys that put up nice numbers, went to Pro Bowls, and were thought of well. But again, in this modern NFL, where if you're a starting quarterback in this league, you're going to make $15 to $25 million a year.
That's the backup.
Yeah, the backup. And so he's going to make $20 million if he goes to Denver. I would not choose a worse situation that made me as much money as Jimmy Garoppolo.
By the way, just on economics alone, let's say he goes to Denver and takes less money. Well, there's a chance he would get another contract. Quarterbacks are now playing to be 38.
Yeah.
Drew Brees has got 3 years left. He's 39. If you make a ton of dough and lose, it's over. So, I mean, just economics, take a little less and play 9 years instead of a ton and play 4. By the way these contracts work, people will load up early like Garoppolo with an escape route. So if he's a bum in 2 years, he's out of the league. Nobody's going to pay that kind of money for him.
I hope Phil Rivers isn't watching, but again, in this era of football, you just don't want to be a stats guy in the NFL at the quarterback position. I just, because a lot of people think like Phillip Rivers is a Hall of Famer. I don't. And if I'm Kirk Cousins, I want to go somewhere, win Super Bowls, and try to build a legacy that's bigger than just the city I'm in.
I actually like the Rivers comparison. Both fiery guys. I think skill sets are very similar. But do you think he has a success if he goes to Denver to be a Phillip? Because Phillip Rivers is a really good quarterback. Do you think he has that type of success?
Well, he could, but I think if he goes to Denver now, he has an immediate – he doesn't have to do as much as Phillip Rivers because I think they have a better defense, and I think they're ready to win now. Kirk Cousins' entire focus should be, man, Nick Foles just got a Super Bowl. How do I get one? Immediately. Not 3 years down the road. How can I get one next year? And that's what my decision would be based on. All right, coming up, Johnny Manziel is coming back to the NFL. Well, kind of. I'll explain.